Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. Once again, it has been a while, but we are back in the beautiful Peterbilt 389 with an awesome Detroit diesel in the engine. Let's go. Let's hear it start up right now. Man, that sounds nice. Sorry, I don't know what that was. That's weird. Let's try that again. There we go. That's a nice sounding engine right there. Anyways, we are in Austin, Texas. We're taking up a load of used packaging. Yes, I know. Ha ha ha. Used packaging. But sorry, I have to relearn all of the new UI and all that. F1 maybe? Yes, here we are. We are at used packaging, 34,000 pounds from Austin, Texas to Davenport, Iowa. We're supposed to make 40 grand on it, and we have to rest in about 5 hours. However, it's about a 17-hour drive, I believe, so kind of a long journey today. But anyways, without further ado, let's get on the road here. Park and brake is off. Let's get her going. Alright, I hope y'all are having a fantastic week. I know I am. It's been very busy, but I got a little pocket of time to play some American Truck Simulator, and that is just what I'm gonna do. Just what I'm gonna do. Oh, we don't turn here. Stop sign. Now this engine is a beast, so I've been playing around with where I could just leave her in gear. 10th was probably a bit too high, so we'll try her in 8th gear. We have 800 horsepower in this thing. It is awesome. They have a car coming. We'll wait for them. Wait for them to get going here. Not a lot of people out here at midnight, which is to be expected. We'll take it a little bit wider because we are going to be getting on the freeway up here. Here we are. Make the turn there. Fantastic. Now let's get onto the freeway here. We do have to rest in about 5 or so hours. And it's about a 17-hour drive, I believe, on up to Davenport from Texas. So we'll definitely have to we'll definitely have to rest on this journey, which is no big deal at all. Perfectly fine. One thing I don't like about this new update is these pop-ups. I haven't figured out how to turn them off. I'm sure there's a very simple way to do so, but they kind of bug me a lot, so I need to figure out a way to get those off. Always put her in cruise mode about 80. Since this truck can handle it, no problem. This thing could probably do 100 easy. This thing is a beast. I am using an engine mod that I got from the workshop. I'll try to figure out what it's called. We forwarded that merging a little bit. And yeah, you'll see that I'm using a lot of mods in this one. All are from the Steam Workshop, so you can all get the mods that I'm using. And then of course I have the DLC for this. Oh, okay, slow her down, slow her down, slow her down. We got something here. We got something here. We got something here. No one. Come on, Case IH, let me over. Waco discovered. Yeah. All the wackos in Waco. Yeah, I don't know what's going on up there. Maybe an accident or something. I don't know. But GPS is telling me to just get back on the freeway there. So hopefully they don't got the entire highway blocked off here. Can I just get back on? It looks like I can. I am using a wheel and track IR. Wheel to steer the truck and stuff, and track IR to freely look around the truck, in case you are wondering. Get on to the freeway here. Yeah, which is definitely an upgrade from the keyboard and mouse that I was using in the early years. Alright, 65 here, so let's go ahead, get her up to 70. I like going about 5 over. That's what I've experienced. I could control the truck and still do, and also like it's not unsafe, so that's what I'll do. I'll probably do around about 5 over on this trip, as it also speeds things along a little bit. And so now we're just leaving Waco here on 35, which is what we'll be on for pretty much the entire time, I believe. I think we're going to be pretty much just on, 35 the entire way. 35 the entire way. So I know this is a pretty controversial topic, but you'll see me drive a lot of Peterbilts and a lot of Kenworths, both interchangeably, because those are my two favorite truck companies. And I recently saw like a little mini documentary on like the parent company PACCAR and what they do, because Kenworth and Peterbilt, they're actually owned by the same parent company PACCAR, who also makes engines and stuff like that. And so it's kind of funny. I think it was back in the 60s, PACCAR bought out, well, they first bought out Kenworth. I forget why. I think Kenworth was just looking for a buyout and PACCAR offered. And then Peterbilt, the founder of Peterbilt, passed away. And so the wife took over. And what she did is she ended up, she, I think, sold Peterbilt to these, I forget to who, but in the contract she kept ownership over the land the factory was on. And so when the company's lease ended, she actually, hold on, what's going on up here? Road work ahead, yeah, we'll put the Jake on. Okay, we'll get over. 55, yep, we're slowing down. And the road work, there we go. Anyways, so the wife, in a pretty shrewd business move, kicked them out of their lease, because their lease ended, and built a shopping center on the ground that the factory was on. So Peterbilt was pretty much out of a factory, and they weren't doing so hot business-wise. And so they ended up selling to PACCAR, who then bought them. And PACCAR, instead of merging the two companies together and just becoming PACCAR, Peterbilt, Kenworth, whatever you want to call them, business executives actually said, you know what, we're going to keep these two brands separate. And everyone was like, and at first everyone thought they were crazy, because it's just like the amount of overhead would have been crazy, and it just, you didn't do that when you bought out of business. You typically merged it into your company. But it turned out that that was actually a really smart like business move, because it created like this Kenworth Peterbilt rivalry within the own company, and so Packer was able to take two sides of the market and basically just how do I say this? Basically, they were able to get two. Hold on, sorry, I gotta focus on driving here. Yeah, they pretty much got two portions of a market, and what execs told is they had like people in Peterbilt and people in Kenworth, and they said, you know what, you two go at it, have at it, may the best company win. And they both went to war at each other. Kenworth focusing on engineering and innovation, and Peterbilt focusing on style and targeting those owner-operators, while Kenworth targeted the fleet managers. Oh, I need to get in this exit. Thankfully, there's not very much traffic around since it's early in the morning. And anyways, it worked out very well for Packer, because again, they got two corners of the market, all going to the same pocket, and two very influential trucking companies. And so I forget the video. I'll try to link it in the description because it's super fascinating. But yeah, I always thought that was so interesting. And I used to be a Peterbilt guy for the, well, no, I started out as a Kenworth kid. And then as I grew up, I liked the Peterbilts a lot more, because I liked the way they looked. And then recently, I switched back over to Kenworths, and now obviously I'm driving a 389. So I don't know, I just thought it was interesting that these two companies, which are such fierce rivalries, are actually owned by the same company. But anyways, yeah, I think what I'm going to do here now is turn off the camera and come back on when I got something else to say. Yay, we can bypass the way station. Nice. And welcome to Oklahoma. Fun times, fun times. So I saw that there was a gas station up here past this way station, and so we gotta pull over and rest because we're coming up on our limit here. Yep, right there, you can see it on the GPS. So we're gonna go ahead and pull over here. What gas station is it? Find out. Are we on the outskirts of Oklahoma City? Or is this just some like random office building out in the middle of nowhere? It could very well be. No, we'll get over. Okay. Yep, right there. What is that? It looks like a shell. Ooh, and they got a McDonald's. Nice. Maybe get some breakfast there or lunch, depending on what time we leave tomorrow. Because we'll definitely pull in here. And we're gonna rest up for the night. Alright, truck entrance is right there. Alright, so we're gonna look for a place to park. Wow, it's full. It's full tonight. I think we're gonna park. Ooh, we can go around and do a pull through, which is what I want to do. We're gonna go ahead, turn off the lights so that way we're not blinding people. Thankfully, there's street lamps around. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull in right next to this carrier truck right here. Right in between Carrier and Sam's Club here. Hopefully it'll let me sleep here. It will! Thank you! Because some of these places are kind of finicky. Ooh, we are a little close. Actually, I think we're too close. Hold on. Yep, we are most definitely too close. Okay. My bad, sir. So before we... Oh, I didn't hit you. The game thinks I hit that truck. I didn't, though. I was watching it the entire time. Anyways. That's much better. Anyways. We'll go and shut her down. And rest up for the night. Alright, it is 1:50 p.m. Just went over to the McDonald's there, got us some lunch. Got all showered up, and we're ready to hit the road hard today. We got 13 hours and 31 minutes, so if we haul butt up to Davenport, we should be able to make it there before we have to rest again, which is just what we're going to do. Haul butt. So, without further ado, let's get back on the road here. How are we on fuel? We'll top off since we're here, just to be efficient with it. Let's get out. $3.14. Dang, that ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. That truck was zooming in here. Alright, we want to turn around here, because we want to go the other way. Let's just go right back through here. Okay. Alright. For these red lights. Ah, shoot. It's one thing I don't like about the AI is they'll treat yellow lights like red lights, and if you're not careful, they'll screw you over real quick. This one wasn't too bad because we were far enough out, but yeah, they'll keep you on your toes, that's for sure. Oh, waiting for green lights in this game. That's pretty much what it is. Wait for Green Light Simulator. Some nice looking trucks right there. A couple of T680s. Uh-oh. Why is he stopping? There we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Alright, gonna get over. And keep going down the road. I'm just gonna shut up so that way we can listen to the truck a little bit. Feels wrong being in a truck and passing all these people. But hey, we ain't governed like these company drivers. Oh, and it's 55 through here. Let's slow her down. And we'll just stay over here. McAlester, Texas discovered. We're just going to stay over here, let these folks on. Nope, Smokey right there. Trying to catch a couple people. Ain't catching us today. Defending our freedom. Welcome to McAlester. We're going to keep her at 60 because I think we're about to get right back onto the highway here and they're going to pick up speed shortly. I stand corrected. We'll slow her down to 55. Oh, my cruise control worked. That's weird. My wipers, sorry. I'm trying to get cruise control to work here. What is going on? hold on. We're having problems here. We're gonna have to pull over. Catch up with you guys in a bit. Alright, we got cruise control working again. And we're back driving. Oklahoma City. Going to bed. Now we definitely lost time back there, so we're going to try to make up for it. Would have gotten over, but this guy in the Cadillac next to me is matching speed with me right now, so. And he's braking now. What's this dude doing? .65 coming up ahead. Hold on, they're gonna be slamming brakes up here. Yep. Okay. Hold on, let me take care of this. Oh, and you just hit and run me. Alright. That's great. Especially considering I was the one that would have been at fault, so. Okay, folks, do you want to, like, let me in here? Thank you. Oh my gosh. I don't think I got any damage on the truck. Nothing got damaged. We'll check in Davenport, I suppose. Alright, we're gonna get around these peeps right now. Arizona noon on the 7th of June, Avalor Pass. Excuse me. Alright. Here we go again. Another straight from 70, and they're dead stopped, dead stopped, dead stopped, dead stopped. Well, let's go before that guy in the... What is that? In the Charger runs into us there. Man, love Texas, but these highways suck. Gosh. Because they just go from interstate highway to then like intersections like that where it goes from like 65, 75, 80 even to 55, and then you have turning traffic and you got no turning lanes for them to go, and so they have to stop, but you're in a fully loaded rig trying to get slowed down, but even then it's still not enough it's just it's not fun to drive through Texas. And we got another 55 zone coming up. Alright, this one at least looks a little bit more sensible, but Alright, let me get past this truck so we can get back on. And then we have this, where the highway goes to one. This is gonna be miserable. Oh my gosh, look at this. The freeway has turned into a 2-lane. What could go wrong? No, I ponder what could go wrong. This right here, people slamming brakes, slamming brakes. Yep, they're still going it. Because it goes from 45, 35. I swear, I see a 25 up here. There's all this traffic. Beaver Diner and Gift. Oh, that looks fun. Let's see, where are we currently? We're just outside of Joplin, and we're about to cross the border into Kansas City. From Oklahoma. Man, it's easy to over-rev an 800 horsepower semi. Oh, it is 25 through here. We should probably slow her down. Now it's 35. And we'll be turning up here. Oh, you got time, Mustang. Oh, is this Route 66? Are we on historic 66 right now? What's going on? I saw signs for 66. What'd that say back there? I think we're on 66. Let me get back into the lane here. Yeah, we're on Route 66, folks. Well, I think 66 is that way, actually. I don't think we're on it anymore. Yeah, we're on 69 right now. Never mind, we got a stop sign up here. That's what I'm talking about. It just... An always stop is diabolical on a highway like this. What are you doing? See what I mean? The AI will keep you on your toes. That is too real, man. Oh my gosh. Just trying to deliver some used packaging Pittsburgh discovered. Made it to Kansas City. Just trying to deliver some used packaging, man. I don't know if we're making it in time. We have about 8 hours till our rest break, and we got 9 hours to go until we have to stop. So we'll probably stop in Des Moines, to be honest. We'll have 2 stop breaks on this journey. Hold on, let me back off so that way this guy can get over. I wasn't going to be able to get around him in time, so just gotta let him back off and let him over. Welcome to Pittsburgh, Kansas. Oh, that is a sick looking car. Look at that. It is nice. Actually, that window's all the way closed there. Oh, so P got to go? Why don't I get to go? Hello? There we go. Established 1876. There we go. Finally, we hit a green light. Buggity buggity. Alright, looks like the sun is setting once again on the beautiful state of Kansas. Nice little, beautiful little sunrise here. Let me get a screenshot, I think. Alright, got the screenshot there for the thumbnail. Keep doing 75. Just some nice open roads here. I guess we weren't going through Texas back there. I think that was Oklahoma, I suppose. So maybe it's Oklahoma that's the problem. But yeah, as of right now, we're going to plan to stop in Des Moines, because that's probably when we're going to have to stop. So yeah, I'll check back in with you once we make it to Des Moines. Alright, I know I said I'd check back in with you once we made it through Des Moines, but we're going through Kansas City right now, and I mean, that's just part of the journey that you can't miss out on. Because, I mean, who doesn't love driving through Kansas City? He said, very sarcastically. No, it's like, y'all have the most confusing highways I have ever came across. And that, mixed with Missouri drivers. Now, Missouri drivers, they're interesting. They're an interesting group of drivers, because they're not like Texas or Florida drivers where like they're all bad. There's quite a few of them that are actually really good, but their bad drivers, oh, are like bad drivers. I mean, ever heard of the California Roll? Well, I mean, Missourians don't even stop for those things. Here, let me get over. That, yeah, they don't even stop sign. What's that? And I mean, this highway, like I've had to go to Kansas City a ton. Just cause that's like, I don't know, I just end up going to Kansas City a lot, I guess. And every single time I have to put on GPS just to figure out where in the world I'm going. I've probably been there like 30 plus times, probably more to be honest, maybe close to 50. And I still just cannot commit that place to memory for the life of me. I am really screwing it down here. Let's get her down to about 60 here. Should be a good place to put her. But anyways, yeah, that's the bridge and the train depot. So now it's just 3 short hours to Des Moines. And we're gonna pull her over and rest for the night. Alright, they're just pulling me into a way station. I gotta get over, car. Gotta get over. Come on, get around me. Jeez. Alright. Let's get her inspected. He's doing a full stop, I guess. We'll just roll her. Iowa DOT. 73,807 pounds. Alright, let's get back on the freeway. Oh no. This could be interesting. How are we gonna... Signs for Osceola. Oh no, 2 trucks. No! And they're both going so slow. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do something a little not legit here. Yeah, you really probably shouldn't do that in a big semi, but hey, we just did. Alright, so we made it to Des Moines here. And so we're going to make this turn. There should be an exit here for a little rest stop. But we're going to stop. Oh, looks like Smokey got someone. Looks like Mr. Smokey finally caught the bandit there. I think he was hauling a plow there on the back. Got signs for road work, but we ain't too bothered about that. We'll be getting off here soon. Another Smokey right there. Alright. Let's begin slowing her down. Des Moines discovered. I'd honk, but we're close to a truck stop and I don't want to wake anybody up. He says as he rolls down off the freeway with Jake 3 on. Let's see, this is an Exxon. Wish they had a Loves or something. I'm sure there is a mod for that. I just don't see too many of them. Alright, that's exit only right there. Ooh, they got a truck wash over there. Let me go hit that up. Go ahead, turn our lights off. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna park it, I think, right over here, maybe in between the Kenworth and the Freightliner there. And we're gonna back her in. Yep. Hold on. Yep, I see where we're going. Alright. Should just be a straight back, so don't get much more simple than this, and yet I find a way. I find a way. Yeah, I'm a little bit rusty with the back end. I overcooked her, it's right there. Yep. A little bit too hard there. Just follow her in, just follow her in. No need to overcorrect. Just right on back now. Yep, just right back. Windows up. And let's hit the sack. Alright, 10:04. Sorry, not 10:04, 10:44 in the morning here. We got just 3 hours, 10 minutes left of our journey here. Let's not waste any more time. we're gonna go ahead. We're alright on fuel, so I'm not gonna top her off. And again, we only have 3 hours left on the drive, so I actually didn't use that much fuel at all. Anybody coming? Nope, we're gonna go. Alright. I've noticed I kind of take these corners a little bit quick there, so maybe I should chill out a little bit on those corners. Alright, but back on 235. Or is this 80? I think this might be 80. Alright, Davenport on 80. Here we go. Oh, we didn't get to see the Capitol building? Oh, darn it, we didn't get to see the Capitol building. We'll have to check that out once we come back through here. Alright. Open Road, Iowa City, 83 miles away. Home of the best college football team ever. The Iowa Hawkeyes. Go Hawks. Oh, I'm hitting all the controversial talking points on this drive. Kenworth versus Peterbilt and college football. Man. It is a beautiful day out here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the window down and just enjoy the drive. Iowa City discovered, the Hawkeye State. Yeah, keeping up on this drive. We got, looking at it, about an hour left before we're in Davenport. I think we're dropping off at the port of Davenport. Oh, an Iowa 80 truck stop. Seeing signs for it. Oh, I want to stop, but we don't need to. We'll probably, again, we'll split it up when we come back out this way. But right now, we're just going to make it over to Davenport. Walcott and the Iowa 80 right there. The world's largest truck stop. Let's see, we got a, what is that? State trooper? Or just a generic, that's just a generic police car. Okay. Oh, back her down, back her down. Hopefully he don't. Oh, we got a cop. We're gonna get over. Oh, and I gotta get right back behind this cop. Alright. Man, I love the sound of this Detroit engine. It is. Honestly, might be the best engine I've ever put in a truck before. It just sounds so good. I mean, that Jake brake, come on. Well, we made it to Davenport. That's nice. Oh, you got a little train coming there. We'll do some city driving now. Never been to Davenport before. It wasn't Davenport. Dubuque. I've heard good things about Dubuque. I don't really think I really heard much about Davenport, to be honest. I have been down to Burlington, though. Which, I mean, kind of a little podunk town there. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, but ain't much to do in Burlington. Dang, 2 cops. This place is crawling with bears. How you doing there, Unit 27? Oh, you're a police car. Well, no more having fun going over speed limit. I mean, this is a pretty tight road. We're just gonna mind our P's and Q's here. Dang, this is some nice, and a nice little downtown drag here. I like the flowers, the foliage and everything. Place is nice. The Waterfront Convention Center. Maybe there's a show in town. Go catch a show before we leave Davenport. North 67. Currently on Route 67 right there. Modern Kitchen. Ooh, and a Panda Express. The report is that way. Just saw signs for it. Oh, that's a nice little Chevy there. Nah, it's a Chevy. Ooh, made it across those tracks just in time before the train. Alright. It ain't the port, but cool little industrial center here. What is this place? It looks kind of like a... I don't know what this place is. Alright. Yep, talk to security there. They're gonna have us pull over to the left here. Oh, we're gonna make sure no train's coming. Nope. And we're gonna pull around right here. Alright, where do they want it? Right in front of us, right there. This is a cool little yard here. Alright. Go up here, and then we'll just straight back her in. This is actually a really nice back. Not difficult at all. Again, I always manage. Turn even the most simple drops into pain in the neck. Hold on. Come on. I think part of my problem is just I overcorrected a little bit too much. And there we go. Just follow it back. Alright. Right there. Alright, and now they're gonna unload us. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of American Truck Simulator. I am glad to be back in action and driving once again. But just once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. God bless, and have a great rest of your week.